Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to another Diecast Emporium video. Today we're going to take a look at a much older model. This was commissioned in 2001 by Norscot in 1 to 50 scales, the Caterpillar 420D IT backhoe loader. Now, Norscot had since updated this from the 420D to the 420E as an Edward, but literally just the paint and the graphics is really the only thing that changed. So, let's take a look at the original here. As you can see on the front of the box, it's got a picture of the backhoe working, as well as the tools that come with the model. So for the back end, you have the auger, a Cat H70 hammer, and a material handling arm, and obviously a bucket. And the front, you have the Pallet Forks, a multi-purpose 4-in-1 bucket, and again, the material handling arm, if I didn't mention it, goes on the front, not the back, obviously. You guys know that. So, on the back of the box, it gives you some features of the model, or at least what the model should do, if I'm being totally honest, and a picture of it right there. So bear in mind, this was released in 2001, so it's not up to the standards of today's backhoes, but still, it could have been a whole lot better. Once the model is out, you have an instructional piece of paper here which tells you essentially how to put the attachments on, but on it, it's very, very simple. You don't even need this. So, let's take the attachments out first. First is a H70 hammer, which is not going to focus on my camera. Next is the auger. Now on to the front of things. In my infinite wisdom of being 12 years old when I got this model, on the material handling arm, I thought it would look cool to weave white string all through it in an attempt to have it, pick up things. Needless to say, it didn't work, because there is a little hole right at the top. Again, I'm not looking at the camera. I'm over here to the right of it, so it probably won't focus. But there is a little hole where you can weave old chains from necklaces through, or if you really want to outdo yourself, you can make it look that fantastic, like I did. Don't use string is the point of that. Alright, so out of the box, last implement is your Pallet Forks. Alright, let's get this backhoe out. And onwards with the review. So, putting on the attachments, at least on the front, very, very simple. You hook over on the front, and then push down and in. That's all you got to do. Now with the review, that's it. That is the lift height that this machine can achieve. That is all. And it is pretty much pathetic. There's your dumping angle, which is even more pathetic, but at least the 4-in-1 bucket does open and close. In order to make this really kind of go any higher or dump any higher, you'd really need to do some modifications to this model, which I didn't do. The front has a little bit of steering, so you can pose the machine at an angle if you wish to do so. Moving towards the backhoe part of things, one thing I really did like, especially for this time, is the flippable, I know that's not what it's called, but that's my word, flippable outrigger pad. So this side, for example, you would put into grass or dirt. You flipped it over here to the black side. You would put it down on an asphalt surface as to not damage the blacktop that you're working on. They do go down, and they do sit level with the machine. They aren't strong enough to lift the rear wheels off the ground, as demonstrated here. You can see that the rear wheel is spinning. But the backhoe, yeah, it works decently. You do have the Extendable, which I know is a case trademarked word for it, but anyway, you have an extendable backhoe arm. Again, the really, really horrible thing is the functionality of the actual dipping arm. And really, it can't clear the side of a dump truck, and it's very, very easy for this to pop off. Here is your quick coupler. So it's very difficult to get attachments to actually stay on this backhoe. But other than that, there's the auger on it. Other than that, if you are looking for a Caterpillar backhoe, and perhaps you can't afford the older but much, much nicer NZG backhoes, then I would look for one of these on eBay. I would not suggest that you pay any more than $40 for one, and if you look hard enough, yes, you can find some for under $40. Then I would say get it. But other than that, it's not exactly the best backhoe that's ever been made. So, as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a great weekend if you are watching this on a Friday. If you're not, you can yell at me and wish it was Friday. But until then, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next review. Take care.